Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I don't want to fade away, I want to shine, just differently? After 60, something shifts. We're no longer chasing approval. We're curating presence. And true allure at this stage, it doesn't come from high heels or heavy makeup. It comes from quiet confidence, from small choices that speak volumes. Because when you've lived through heartbreaks and triumphs, what draws people to you isn't just how you look, it's how you carry your story. So no, you don't need to dress like you're 30. You don't need to cover every wrinkle. You don't need to keep up with trends that don't understand you. You need something else entirely, something more refined, more intentional, more you. Today, I want to share 5 simple but powerful things any woman over 60 can do to become irresistibly magnetic. In her own authentic, elegant way. These aren't rules, they're invitations to celebrate your presence, to amplify your beauty, to step into this chapter with grace, style, and unmistakable charm. Because the truth is, you don't need to try harder, you just need to try truer. Let's begin. 1. Choose a signature color that speaks for you. You don't need a closet full of color, just one shade that knows your name. As we move through our 60s and beyond, something changes, not just in our skin or hair, but in how we want to be seen. Gone are the days of chasing trends, loud prints, or constantly reinventing our style. Now it's about refining, honing, letting the world see the woman beneath the noise. And one of the most quietly powerful ways to do that, find your signature color. A signature color for older women isn't chosen from a chart. It's discovered in the way it makes you feel, the way it lifts your skin tone, brightens your eyes, and feels true. Think of it as your visual calling card. The shade that becomes part of your story, subtle but unforgettable. For some, it's a deep wine red, rich, regal, quietly commanding. For others, a soft dove gray that whispers sophistication. Or a dusty rose that adds a touch of warmth to every outfit without overwhelming the senses. Perhaps a creamy beige or golden taupe that blends beautifully with silver hair and glowing skin. This isn't about being bold, it's about being intentional. Because when you wear that color on your blouse, scarf, handbag, lipstick, or even your nail polish, you're not just putting on clothes, you're putting on presence. Fashion over 60 becomes less about what's in and more about what's mine. The beauty of a signature color is that it simplifies everything. No more standing in front of the closet wondering what goes with what. No more impulse buys that sit untouched. Once you know your core shade, you can build a palette around it. You can curate instead of collect. You can craft a wardrobe that feels like an extension of you. This is one of the most timeless, ageless beauty tips. When your color works for you, it works everywhere. Your skin looks more radiant. Your hair feels more harmonious. Your features pop, even without a full face of makeup. That's the magic of a personalized color palette for mature skin. And no, you don't have to wear your signature color from head to toe. Sometimes, all it takes is a well-placed scarf, a pop of color at the collar, a pair of earrings with the right undertone. Even a single touch can change the energy of your entire outfit. And when people start associating that color with you, when they say, "This reminds me of you," you'll know you found it. It's not just about style, it's about identity, elegance with intention. How to look elegant after 60 isn't about reinventing yourself. It's about revealing the woman who's always been there, refined, radiant, and real. So how do you find your color? Start in natural light. Try holding different fabrics near your face. See which ones make your eyes brighter, your cheeks softer, your whole face more awake. Notice how your energy shifts with each tone. Cool undertones. Try slate blue, soft lavender, or silvery neutrals. Warm undertones. Think golden beige, olive green, or terracotta. Neutral skin tones. You may find harmony in both. Don't rush it. Let your eye and your heart decide. And when you find it, embrace it. Build slowly. Let it seep into your style like poetry, quiet and unforgettable. Because one thoughtfully chosen color says far more than a closet full of noise. And you, my dear, don't need to scream to be seen. You only need to wear what reflects your grace and walk in it fully and unapologetically. But what good is color if the face it surrounds feels tired? Let's talk about something just as transformative, your hair. 2. Find a hairstyle that lifts your face and your confidence. There's something deeply personal about hair. It's one of the few things we carry with us through every stage of life. And after 60, when everything from our skin to our silhouette shifts, hair can either drag us down or lift us up. But here's the beautiful truth. You don't need a trendy cut. You don't need to dye it back to the color it was at 30. You don't need volume sprays and curling wands and an hour in front of the mirror every morning. You need something much simpler, a hairstyle that fits your face, your lifestyle, and your spirit. The best hairstyles for women over 60 aren't about hiding age. They're about revealing presence. They frame the face. They soften the jawline. They add lightness where life has left weight. And sometimes the right cut doesn't just change how you look. It changes how you carry yourself. If you've ever left the salon with a new haircut and walked taller, smiled bigger, felt more seen, you already know the power of a well-chosen style. So where do you begin? Start with what you want your hair to do for you. Do you want lift at the crown to elongate your face? Do you want face framing layers that bring softness to your cheeks? Do you want something easy to manage, something that lets you wake up and feel beautiful without effort? Then consider your texture. Has your hair become finer, more brittle, more fragile at the ends? That's normal. It just means the cut needs to do more of the work, and the tools need to do less. One of the most popular anti-aging haircuts after 60 is the bob, but not the stiff, angular bob from years ago. Today's bob is soft. It skims the chin, flatters the neck, and moves with your steps. Add a few layers at the crown and some subtle volume, and you've got voluminous hair for older women without the teasing brush or the mousse. Prefer something even easier? A cropped pixie with long, sweeping bangs can be deeply elegant, especially when paired with bold earrings or a warm lipstick. It shows off the bone structure, and it whispers confidence. Want to keep your length? Try a shoulder-grazing lob with gentle waves or a soft curtain bang. This cut elongates the face and keeps the silhouette youthful without looking like you're trying too hard. The key to elegant hairstyles after 60 is balance, structure and softness, simplicity and shape, and perhaps most importantly, freedom. Because no one wants to fight with their hair every morning. You want something that works with you, not against you. That's why low-maintenance haircuts for mature women are more popular than ever. They're timeless, practical, and quietly stylish. And don't be afraid to go gray, or silver, or white. A beautiful cut with natural color can be breathtaking. Especially when the tone is soft and luminous and the texture is healthy and full. In fact, the right haircut can make gray hair look modern, intentional, and deeply feminine. So next time you sit in the salon chair, don't say, "Make me look younger." Say, "Make me look lifted, lighter, more like me." Because this isn't about erasing your age, it's about expressing your essence. And when the cut is right, you'll know. You'll catch your reflection in a window and smile without thinking. You'll feel a little bolder walking into a room. You'll move through your day with less fuss and more ease. And that's the kind of beauty that never goes out of style. Now that your reflection feels aligned, let's move to something invisible, yet unforgettable. Something people notice before you even speak. Your scent. 3. Invest in a signature scent that's unmistakably you. Long before someone hears your voice, long before they notice your outfit or your smile, they feel something. A whisper in the air, a trace of something soft, warm, familiar, your scent. There is perhaps no accessory more powerful, more intimate, more quietly captivating than a fragrance chosen with care. And after 60, when so much of life becomes more refined, more distilled, there is something truly magical about choosing a signature scent for mature women, a scent that reflects who you are now, not who you were at 30, not what the magazines say is trendy, but you, in your full, rich, graceful presence, because the right perfume isn't just a smell, it's a message, a memory, a mood. The best perfume for women over 60 doesn't overpower the room, it lingers. It draws people in gently. It says, "I know who I am, and I don't need to announce it." Maybe it's the soft warmth of sandalwood, the powdery elegance of iris, the sophistication of rose, not the sugary kind, but the earthy, classic one, or the mystery of amber and musk wrapped in something light like bergamot or tea. These timeless perfumes for older women don't scream. They resonate. And when you wear one that feels like your second skin, something shifts. You carry yourself differently. You move with ease. You feel complete. That's the secret to how to smell elegant after 60. Then you don't wear perfume for others. You wear it for yourself. Try this. Spritz your fragrance on your wrists, behind your ears, at the base of your throat, maybe even lightly on your scarf so it lingers as you move. Then close your eyes, inhale, and notice how it makes you feel. Does it calm you, lift you, make you feel quietly powerful? Then it's yours, because fragrance and confidence are deeply connected. When a scent feels like home, it reminds you of your strength, your softness, your story. And like any story, your scent should unfold gradually. Top notes that greet, heart notes that comfort, and base notes that stay long after you've left the room. That's the kind of impression no lipstick or handbag can make. So how do you choose it? Start small. Visit a boutique or department store, not to shop fast, but to explore slowly. Let the scents live on your skin for a few hours. See how they evolve, how they blend with your body chemistry. Don't be swayed by flashy packaging or celebrity endorsements. Be guided by how you feel. Take your time. This isn't about picking a trend, it's about picking yourself. And when you find that scent, the one that makes you feel elegant, grounded, and quietly radiant, treat it like part of your ritual. Wear it when you go out, wear it when you're home alone, even wear it to bed, just because. Let it become part of your presence, your atmosphere, your signature. Because one of the most profound ageless beauty tips is to leave something behind. A memory, a moment, a trace of yourself. And few things do that better than a scent that was chosen with heart. So don't underestimate the quiet power of perfume. It doesn't shout, it stays. And you, beautiful woman, deserve to be remembered, not just for how you looked, but for how you made the air feel when you walked into the room. Scent lingers like a memory, but style, it lives in the details. Let's look closer at the accessories that whisper your story. 4. Wear accessories like an artist tells her story. Some women speak through words, others speak through style, and a few, they speak through details. After 60, you don't need a wardrobe full of trends. You need a few meaningful touches, a well-chosen earring, a silk scarf with a whisper of history, a brooch that once belonged to someone unforgettable. Accessories for older women aren't about decoration. They're about storytelling. Because by now, you've lived through enough to know beauty is not an excess, it's an intention. A pearl earring can say grace, a bold cuff can say strength, a delicate locket can say, I remember. And the best part? These touches don't have to be expensive. They have to be thoughtful. A thrifted brooch that catches the light. A scarf from a trip you never forgot. A ring passed down through generations. Each piece becomes part of your personal symphony. How to style jewelry after 60 isn't about wearing more. It's about wearing right. Too many pieces can feel loud, but one striking element, that speaks volumes. Try this. Start with a simple base, perhaps a white blouse or a navy dress, then add one focal piece, a scarf with movement, a statement necklace, an artistic pin placed just off center. Suddenly, the whole outfit transforms. You're no longer wearing clothes, you're wearing yourself. These are not just fashion tips over 60. They are reflections of your spirit, of the woman who no longer chases attention, but draws it quietly, magnetically. Elegant fashion tips for mature women often start and end with accessories. Because they allow you to be playful, bold, romantic, or all of it at once. You want to know the secret to looking expensive without spending a fortune. Timeless accessories for mature women. They elevate even the simplest outfit. They say you've made peace with who you are. They say you've cultivated taste, not just collected items. And that scarf tied just right. That ring worn on your pinky, that vintage clip in your hair, they make people lean in. They spark curiosity. They tell your story before you speak. So don't underestimate the little things, because when styled with heart, accessories become art. And you, my dear, you become the curator of your own quiet masterpiece. But beyond the colors, the cuts, the perfume, the pearls, what truly captivates is what begins within. Let's return to the quietest, most powerful moment of all, your morning smile. 5. Smile at yourself every morning before the clothes, before the lipstick, before the world sees you. You see you. And that moment, in front of the mirror, before the noise of the day begins, is one of the most sacred you'll ever have. Because confidence after 60 doesn't start with how others see you. It starts with how you greet yourself. No woman can truly shine if she frowns at her own reflection. But the woman who smiles at herself, she carries a different kind of glow. A glow that isn't found in foundation or serums. A glow that comes from within. This is inner beauty for older women. The light that lives in your eyes when you forgive yourself. When you whisper, "I'm proud of the woman I've become." You've been through years of expectations. You've raised families, built careers, navigated heartbreaks, and celebrated joys. You've earned every silver strand, every fine line, every freckle of wisdom. And yet, some mornings you still hesitate to smile at the face in the mirror. But what if you changed that? What if your morning routine for mature women didn't begin with skincare, but with softness? Just a pause, a deep breath, a quiet smile, not because everything is perfect, but because you are still here, still learning, still beautiful. Self-love over 60 is not loud. It doesn't need to be shouted. It's in the small things, how you comb your hair, how you choose your earrings, how you prepare your coffee with care. These are the rituals of radiance. And yes, this is one of the most overlooked aging gracefully tips. Be kind to yourself. Speak gently. Let your own reflection be a friend, not a critic. Because the world will notice, not just your outfit, not just your perfume, not just your hairstyle. They will notice your energy. And how to stay radiant after 60? It begins with grace toward yourself. So tomorrow morning, before you touch your mascara or reach for your shoes, do this. Look in the mirror, meet your own eyes, and smile. Say, "I've made it this far, and I'm still becoming." And that's enough. Because a woman who smiles at herself walks out the door with a quiet kind of power that no age can diminish. So here we are. 5 gentle shifts, 1 beautiful transformation, a color that feels like you, a haircut that lifts your spirit, a scent that lingers like memory, an accessory that speaks without words, and a smile that welcomes each new day. You don't need a full makeover. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to return to yourself and bring her forward with kindness, elegance, and quiet confidence. Because after 60, your beauty isn't behind you. It walks beside you. And when you embrace it fully, you become the kind of woman people remember, not because she tried to stand out, but because she stood in her truth. If something in today's video spoke to you, I'd love to know. Leave a comment and share your thoughts, even just a word or a feeling. And if you'd like to keep walking this path with me, with more gentle tips on fashion, confidence, and the art of aging beautifully, you're always welcome to subscribe. No pressure, just a soft invitation. Because this space, it's for you, the you that's still blooming, still shining, still captivating in the most authentic way, and I'm so glad you're here.